So we're here today to announce the signing of Nelson Cruz to a 4-year contract. I don't think it's a secret that for the last few years we've been looking to add offense. I think when you look at a young man that's done the things that he's done in his career as well as what he's done this past season, we're ecstatic that he's a member of our organization. I think when you look at the addition of like Robinson Cano last year and Nelson Cruz this year, it certainly addresses some of the needs that we've talked about. Our main goal this offseason was to try to add a middle lineup hitter, and we've accomplished that with Nelson Cruz. So we're tickled pink that he's here. Lloyd, you want to say something?
Well, I just want to add, I think this is a tremendous day for the Seattle Mariners, obviously, and it's a great day for Nelson Cruz. And, you know, I woke up this morning and I thanked my lucky stars. So this is, I think it's a sign of a commitment from ownership that this organization is moving in the right direction, and we all have the same goals in mind, and that's to win a world championship. And obviously, having a player of Nelson's caliber in the middle of our lineup is going to be tremendous, and I am extremely happy to have him as a part of this Mariners family.
Thank you.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. I cannot be more happy for the opportunity that I have. You know, I have to thank first of all my wife, my daughter, and Guille, Solange, Giada, Lloyd, Jack, for make this dream possible. I think I had a chance to see the teams that you guys have, that we have last year. And from the other side, you know, it was exciting to see the kind of pitching that we have and the attitude, you know. So I'm gonna bring a lot of energy, and you know, I'm gonna bring my 100% every day to complete the goal. This is the World Series.
Questions for anyone up here at the head table?
Nelson, you go ways back with Robinson Cano. How much of a role did he play, and what's your relationship with him going back?
Yeah, we're pretty close. I mean, he's also one of the reasons why I'm here, you know. I think he was pulling for me the whole time, and I was pulling for this ride, you know, to be part of this. So, like I said, I'm very happy and excited for the chance.
What made this the right fit for you to come here?
I want to win, you know. That's the main goal. I've been in the playoff a few times. I've been in the World Series a few times, and I think we have what it takes to go to the World Series and win it. So that makes the decision more easy.
Nelson, how close were you to possibly coming here last year? I know you guys have been in discussion.
Yeah, it was pretty close. Unfortunately, we don't make it happen, but the reality is that I'm here now, you know, and I'm part of the team, and I'm part of the city, and what we have here, this is pretty good.
Nelson, why is this a good fit? I mean, you played in Texas, which is Good Hitters Park, Baltimore, Great Hitters Park. This is not known as a Great Hitters Park.
I'm here to win. So, like I said, that's the right fit. You know, we have one of the best starting pitchers and one of the best bullpen in the league. And I think with my bat and the guys that we had on, we should go a long way.
What did Cano tell you about playing here in Seattle and at Safeco Field?
I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with this division. I mean, I play here all my life, so I know what it's all about. Seattle was about the Safeco Field, and I know everything about this division, so it's nothing new for me. He expressed the way the Mariners treat the players. You know, this is a family, and he talked also about Lloyd, how good he is as a player, as a manager. You know how good he treats the players. So all the information that I need to know, I know already.
Nelson, you had a few battles with Felix over the years. Is it kind of nice not having to face him anymore and having him on the team?
No doubt. I mean, he's one of the toughest, if not the toughest pitchers in the league. So it's nice to don't think about Phillies again. That I don't have to face him. He also less strikeouts too.
What did it take to get Lloyd's number 23 from him?
It was kind of easy. We get a few cigars. We have a few of those in Dominican, so it was kind of easy to bring it from there.
You know, I'm a sucker for a good cigar now.
Lloyd, is he DH? Or do you anticipate trying to use him in the field occasionally?
Well, I think the beautiful thing about having Nelson is he's the type of player that can obviously go and play the outfield, and it doesn't stagnate us as far as the DH position is concerned. But now, having said that, I got to be smart about it too. I want to make sure that he stays healthy and on the field. So we would definitely rotate him into the DH spot and make sure he's well rested. And but he'll get his time in the outfield as well.
What does it do for your lineup, Lloyd? I mean, to add him in, probably in between Robbie and Kyle, and what does that mean?
Well, you've heard me say it before. I just believe great players make players around them better. And I think having Nelson in the middle of our lineup, it's not only going to give Robbie a lot more pitches to hit, but whoever's hitting behind him will have opportunities to drive in runs as well. So obviously he's going to make guys better around him in that lineup.
Nelson, do you give any thought? I mean, you played with Adrian, who played here before. Do you give any thought to how tough it is to hit here, or do you just have to stay within your same approach at all times?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been here a few times. I'll be here Aiden many times, and I don't see any difference. I mean, the ball don't care like people say it, but I love to be here. This is one of my favorite ballparks, so I have nothing to shine about it.
Jack, you've known Nelson since going back to your Milwaukee days. How have you seen him progress, and what's his work ethic like?
And I am fortunate that we were together in Milwaukee when he was a minor league player. Nelson's a really genuine person. I mean, a really, really good human being. And I think as you guys get to know him and you watch his presence in a locker room, you watch his camaraderie with his teammates, you talk about leadership, you talk about an example how he prepares himself for the game. It's pretty unique, and I think that last year the atmosphere that was created here was a lot of players buying into what was going on the field. And I think when you bring someone in like Nelson, not only with his physical attributes, how he's going to help the club in the lineup, but also his leadership in the clubhouse, how he will help players win. When you look at his career, he's been with winners his whole career. And he's going to bring that as well as an example in the clubhouse and on the field. And I think as you get to know him, you're going to be pretty impressed with this guy as a person.
Jack, why do you think it's been so difficult to fill the DH spot?
That's a really good question. We've tried with different type of scenarios. A couple years ago, Kendricks did a pretty good job for us. It's supply and demand. Sometimes it's the player wanting to be in a certain place. And I think looking forward, I think that the perception of this organization is changing. And I think when you look throughout baseball, and he just spoke to it right now, you look at what we did last year, there was probably a point in the last few years when this was not a desirable place for someone to come to. But I think now when you look at what's happened with Robbie, Felix being what he's done. Rodney's been a huge hit. The young kids are growing. And now you add an addition like this. Players around the league want to win. And I think, as he just said, they'll look at this place and say, you know what, they got something going pretty good. And I think it'll make things easier to acquire players as we move forward.
Nelson, was it tough to leave Baltimore? You had a good fit there, great year. Team went to the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, we went to the playoff when we win the divisions in '97. So it was great atmosphere. The fans, the teammates, everything was nice. But we had the decision to make, and So it's at the same time, you have to value everything, and this is the right fit.
How much of a relief is it after last season, waiting till the very end, to have this taken care of now, to go on to the rest of the offseason, just knowing you have a place and where you're going to be and everything like that?
It's nice. I had the chance to now relax and enjoy the Christmas and be with my family. So I cannot be more excited. I cannot wait to spring training. I want to see all my teammates and I start be part of this.
Nelson, you've been an outfielder most of your career. How do you balance the DH part of it, and how much do you want to play in the field, and how do you look at that?
DHing is boring. I don't know how people like to be DHing. But I understand my role, I understand that I'm here to play, I'm here to contribute, whatever the role might be. I'm here to help, Lloyd made the call.
Thanks, Ray.
Lloyd, do you have an idea of how many starts in the outfield off the top of your head, or just will you play that as the season goes on?
Listen, this will be something that Nelson and I will sit down and talk about, and believe me, we'll come to a conclusion where he will be comfortable with the game plan and what we're going to try to do to make sure that he stays healthy throughout the year and be a very productive player. I don't know what that number is going to be right now. I just don't know, but we'll figure it out.
Jack, getting as close as you guys did to the postseason, do you think that created any more urgency in this offseason, or would you pretty much handle things the same way regardless?
No, it played a role in it. I think that it sent a message, I think, not only to our fan base, but to everyone involved in this organization, is how close we were. You come one game from being in the playoffs. So, we've, as you know, we've continued to try to improve the club in any way we can all the time. And I think in a situation where we were right there, and our pursuit to add a bat like this is just going to make us better. We wanted to do it a year ago. We tried to do it at the trade deadline. It didn't work. But I think this one just came together. And certainly, as you look at us going forward, you look at your lineup and you can pencil it in, this is a good addition to help this club